business is really warfare, but it's the activity of life itself. You say, well, business means I need to open up a business. Okay, yeah, that's right. But real activity of life has to deal with all the essentials of life that we must provide for ourselves, our families, our future. I have something in my pocket that, gee, where is it? Oh, yeah. I have a gold coin. In 1961, I was sitting with Elijah Muhammad, and he took out of his pocket a gold coin. This is 1 ounce of gold, pure gold, okay? Mr. Muhammad put it on the table. He said, one day soon, this gold coin will be the new medium of exchange. White people are moving into the inner city. Some of them knocking on doors. They come with money and they ask you for your gold. Because what they're giving you, I think I got some of that in my pocket. Yeah, I think I do. Now this is paper. This is not real money. This is real money. Silver as real money. Now you young people, some of the elders in the audience, like myself, this used to be called a silver certificate. How many old people in here know when this was a silver certificate? And you know what it said on the bottom? Pay to the bearer on demand $50 in silver, the real money. This is what you call monopoly money. Oh, you didn't hear me. We're going to do some business tonight. Because business is really warfare. What's about to happen? This week it came out in the news that in 2016, all the major banks are in trouble. It started with J.P. Morgan Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. What makes a bank in trouble? When the value of the paper that they have begins to lose its value, then the bank is in serious trouble. And so are we who have our money in the bank. Now, white people that are in your neighborhood, they're in the pawn shop now, and they're telling you in the window, bring the gold, we got cash for you. They know you don't know that this is losing its value every day. But gold will increase in value. Now this one here, I bought it today, or sent a brother to get it today, because I wanted to use it to explain something. 1 ounce of gold, this little piece right here, is 12 we invited you here to give you an earth-shaking announcement that from this day forward, we will be challenged to prove. But if you watch us, if you listen to us, I guarantee you every nation and every kingdom on earth will be rocked by the power coming from this tiny little budding nation that Jesus described as a mustard seed. That's right. But when it germinates and grows and spreads its branches, every fowl and every bird will find a refuge under its wings. You are looking at the birth not just of the nation of Islam, but the birth of the kingdom of God Almighty on earth. You Muslim scholars, you are looking at the birth of the kingdom of Islam. We called you here like the wise men of old who saw a star and they traveled to where the baby was. The baby had no room to come to birth. She had to give birth in a manger, or come to birth in a manger. The wise men who saw the baby came bringing gold. What baby needs gold? All babies that I know of need milk. But here's a baby that needs gold. Gold for what? It's not talking about a child being born from a single mother. It's talking about a nation coming to birth that needs gold to build its own institutions and carve out a destiny for itself.
In the person of Master Farad Muhammad. So in making this declaration, he was called by many Muslims kafir, or a disbeliever, and some even have called him a hypocrite. He has been charged with forging a lie against God because he said that he was missioned by Allah in the person of this mighty human being, Master Farad Muhammad. And the Holy Quran asks the question, and who is more unjust than he who forges a lie against Allah? And he is invited to submit to Allah, and Allah guides not the unjust people. Now think about this. Here is a man standing up in America, condemning America for all the evil that she has poured upon us, exposing the wickedness of this system and those who perpetuate it and those who originated it. Yes, sir. A man who led us from the darkness of all of our vices to the light of righteousness. A man who was hated by the government, yes, sir, hated by many of his people who didn't understand him, right, hated by the religious teachers and leaders, and yet he alone moved through all of this hatred to leave us in 1975 with the nation of Islam on the minds of scholars and scientists here and around the world, people praising him for his work. Who guided him? Since God guides not the unjust people, who made him to know what was going to transpire in America and in the world? And he called the shots, and now circumstances are bearing witness to the truth of what he both taught and put in black and white for us to see and read. He told us that the dollar would fall. He told us that the dollar would ultimately become a worthless piece of paper. He showed us what the new currency would look like. He told us that the government of America would one day be set with revolution. That the people were going to rise up against this government. He told us long before integration started that the white man was going to mix us up in his social equality. And that he was going to, as his last trick, give us one of his women or girls. Knowing that when we were children coming up in the South, he killed Emmett Till and put another man in jail for 60 years for just looking at a white woman. Now you can walk the streets with them, marry them, cohabit with them, do anything you want to with them, and it's acceptable now. But why is it acceptable today and it was not acceptable yesterday? Yet the Honorable Elijah Muhammad saw it and called it before it happened. Who guided that man? Since Allah guides not the unjust people. That we must now do something for ourselves or suffer the consequences. If we cannot depend on the government to look after us, then who can we depend on? Many of us are being lulled to sleep by the so-called atmosphere of peace and tranquility produced by the breakup of the Soviet Union and by the nations appearing to unite with America. And Mr. Bush seems to be riding the crest of a mighty wave that has put him on top of the nations of the earth. And he seems to be saying, like Babylon, I sit as a queen and I shall see no sorrow. But in the night, a hand started writing on the wall. Your kingdom has been weighed in the balance and found wanting. You cannot depend on President Bush or no president, whether it is Bush or Wilder or Jackson or Johnson. Nobody who sits in the White House will be able to deliver for black people. There's something you have to know about this in order that you may not depend on government to do for you what you and I have got to get up now and do for ourselves. Listen to me carefully. Just a casual look in the newspapers will tell you that all the economies of the Western world are in a decline. That's right. That's right. Great Britain, decline. That's right. France, decline. Belgium, decline. Spain, Portugal, Italy, decline. West Germany was a thriving economy, but they had to spend tremendous amounts of money in the reunification. So their economy is not as strong. So the European nations, in their weakness, decided, let's unite. That's right. And in 1992, the common market of Europe will kick in, making Europe possibly the biggest market for goods in the world. America, as the leader of the Western world, is in a dying economic situation. The dollar appears strong, but is backed by no sound value. Are you listening to me, brothers and sisters? Banks closing. That's right. President Bush spending more time on foreign policy while the domestic scene begins to unravel. America is a strong country, all right, but not as strong. And the future looks dim, according to analysts. 10 years ago, among the 6 major banks in the world, 1 or 2 were American banks. Now, in the top 20, you may find 1 American bank. The capital of finance, you would think, is Wall Street. But the number 1 economy in the world is Japan. And she has been number We have got to develop an economic program to save our people. This economic program must not be tied to a people's belief. We can't ask black people, are you Muslim or Christian or Baptist or Methodist or Episcopalian or Church of God in Christ? Are you a Democrat or Republican? You're black and you're catching hell, and we are a family, so we've got to make a program for all or for none at all. Now, you know, President Johnson promised us he would make a war on poverty, and then sent money to fight the war in Vietnam. And here we are today, poor, ragged, hungry, naked, out of doors, and we are becoming more and more savage every day in our evil mistreatment of one another. It's hard today to say to black people that white people are evil when it's your black brother coming in your door, taking your TV, robbing you, raping you, shooting you down. It's no longer white people doing this. It is us doing it to one another. And we have become so cold and callous that our own lives mean nothing to us. If we can't depend on America and the government, then what program is available that we can get busy and do something for self? I'm saying to the Muslims, if we set up a restaurant, that is not going to help black people. You set up a little bakery on the south side, I mean, that's nice. You give a few jobs, you know, that's nice. We'll applaud you. And people will say, oh, the Muslims got a restaurant. Oh, the Muslims got a bakery. Oh. The Muslims got a little factory over there, employs 100 people. Oh. The Christians got a little store over here. Oh. But look at the suffering of our people. It's broader than a little mom and pop operation. It's bigger than what individual churches can do. or mosque can do. The problem is so large. We'll never solve it with millions of dollars. It takes billions of dollars to solve this problem. Is here now. So last Sunday I said Barack Obama inherited the fall of America. He inherited the collapse of her institutions. He inherited the end of her world. Now, there's some work for us to do. Last week, I talked about the international bankers and how they plotted against America from Europe. The Rothschilds, the Warburgs, some of these that have recently collapsed, their fathers, international bankers. You may not have known it, but it's against the Constitution for anybody to print or coin or mint the money of the United States of America except the U.S. Congress. But these international bankers with some treasonous senators on Jekyll Island off the coast of Georgia plotted and set up the Federal Reserve Act. And on December the 23rd, 1913, a law was passed in Congress that violated the Constitution, that gave international banking families the right to print the money that you have in your pocket. I have a document. International banking families the right to print the money that you have in your pocket. I have a document that shows how America got from $1,400,000,000 in debt in 1913 to now $65.5 trillion in debt. Listen to this. How many of you own your home or are buying your home? Would you raise your hands, please? Okay. Did you know that the debt of America is more than the value of every building that is on 3,000 by 2,000 square miles called the United States of America? As I said last week, right now the FBI building is up for sale. The Drug Enforcement Agency has already been sold. And what others are doing, foreign companies buying up taxpayer dollar buildings and leasing them back to the government. America is broke. Very, very broke. And no matter how much hope you have in the stimulus package, I'm here to tell you what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said. He said that foreign wars and divine plagues are destroying the economy and the American way of life. He said, America is gone. Her money is gone. There's no more silver, no more gold. After a while, she may ask for copper. The money is worthless. Right now, the money has no value. This used to be a silver certificate that used to say, pay the bearer on demand $1 in silver. You can't get silver for it anymore. You can't get gold for it. It is the wealth of the country that's holding up the dollar. He said, soon you'll see money piled and burning in the streets. There will be another medium of exchange not coming from this country. He said, I warn you because I love you. Now listen to these words. She will fight and continue to fight. He mentioned Vietnam and other areas of Asia. But the last fight will be in East Germany, and there she will be destroyed. Now I want you to stop with me a minute. I want to talk about East Germany. Satisfied until we have the college level on the University of Islam. And if you help me by doing what you can in the economic field, Muslims, you shouldn't be around here looking to white people to give you a job. Go look in Message to the Black Man and the Economic Blueprint. And if there are 4 of you, 6 of you, 8 of you together, pool your resources, go into business and set up business all over the south and west side of Chicago. I would like to see at least 100 millionaires among the Muslims in Chicago. If you're rich, I'm rich. And I can always come and tell you about the needs of a nation. But if you poor and we poor, hell man, we can't be around here poor. I want to see rich Muslims. And if you obey Allah, there's no reason why you can't make a business successful. You just have to get up and stop being lazy and trifling and go do something for yourself. So we're going to put together a trade delegation of Muslims and, well, everybody's a Muslim. But there are those who have not confessed Islam, but they are brilliant in business. We made promises to governments, and we're going to fulfill our promise. There's all kinds of investment opportunities. Diamonds, gold, uranium, oil. I mean, you name it, Africa is open. and the Europeans are coming in with money and they're taking Africa. Well, why can't we go? They're ready to sell gold mines to us. They're ready for us to develop gold. Well, where's Michael Jackson? Where's Shaq O'Neal? We need to pull our moneyed people together and let's do some business now, because we can't build a nation on the charity of the believer. We can only build a nation on a strong economic foundation that's built on business, agriculture, agribusiness. Yes, sir. Thank you. So they had to try to defeat the prophet's reputation. Look at the words they use. Look at what they said to Pastor Barrett. Look at what they said on television. It is a possible pyramid scheme. They didn't say it was in fact that. They didn't really know what it was. They could have dealt with a pyramid. What was it? See? Force them to show their hand. Some believe, look at the words in the press, some believe it to be a pyramid scheme. T.L. Barrett believes it to be an economic development plan. Well, then let's pit our two beliefs together, either in the world or in a court of law. Because if we believe it's an economic development plan, then prove it. And if they believe it's a scheme, then let them prove it. We ain't got a damn thing to prove to rich people except that we're poor and trying to get the hell out of it. What do we have to prove to them? Did you ever ask the Chinese how they built Chinatown? How many of you talk to the Chinese? Mr. Wong, how did you get so many Chinese restaurants in the black community? Was it a business loan from the government? You didn't ask that, did you? Did you? The Koreans just got here a few days ago. Did you ever ask the Koreans, Mr. Korean, sir, how did you get so many businesses in the black community so fast and just got here yesterday? Did you ask them? The Palestinian refugees, the Lebanese, the people of the Middle East whose area is torn up with war and devastation, and they arrive in America penniless. Did you ever ask them, brother Palestinian, how did you get so many stores in the black community and just got here yesterday? The reason you don't know, because they're not on television. Didn't you hear the old rap, the revolution will not be televised? The Chinese are not trying to get on Channel 2 telling you how they built up Chinatown. You don't find the Cubans coming on TV. Hi, y'all. My name is Salvador Sanchez. I am a man that just came from Cuba. The communist Fidel Castro drove me out, but thanks to God, I have $20 million now. And I want to show all of you silly people how I got it out of your pocket. You don't hear from the Cubans. You don't hear from the Haitians. You don't hear from the Vietnamese. You don't hear from the Palestinians. You don't hear from nobody who comes to America and networks their money.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
They got a network going. Have you ever asked the Greeks, how come the Greeks own all these restaurants in every major city in America? Have you ever said anything to anybody? You ain't under any obligation to tell your enemy what you are doing to get the hell out from under his yoke.
Go ahead.
Now look, do we do business like business should be done? Let me hear an answer. In the word business is the word busy. And when you're busy, you're engaged in some focused activity. Business is the activity of life itself. When you are a living organism, you must be engaged in that which preserves and maintains your life. There is no creature that God created that is not busy feeding, sheltering, procreating, extending itself. If we are a living people, see, inanimate objects don't do this. They don't procreate. They don't go looking for food or shelter. They're inanimate, meaning they're not living. But what about you? Ever since we've been in America, we haven't provided food, clothing, shelter, education for ourselves and our people. Am I lying? You graduated from Morehouse, Clark, Howard, Tuskegee, Florida A&M, North Carolina A&T. Yeah. And you have degrees. What have we produced? Of food, of clothing, of shelter for our people. If you find as a living creature that you need something that you don't have, you look around for somebody that has what you need, and you enter into trade and commerce as a living people. But you are not alive. You are dead people. You have flatlined on business. Now, if you look at all the people of the earth, the ones that are the most busy, showing that they have the most life, are the members of the Jewish people. Why are they this way? Because they had the prophets. And they learned well. Now, I'd like to read you something that I found in this book. It talks about the percentage. I would like to see at least 100 millionaires among the Muslims in Chicago.
If you rich, I'm rich. And I can always come and tell you about the needs of a nation. But if you poor and we poor, we can't be around here poor. I want to see rich Muslims.
All right, greetings everyone. Assalamu alaikum. How's everyone doing on this beautiful Tuesday night? It's your brother Mahdi, Supreme CEO of Fard Money Network and New Millennium Bankers. And I hope that y'all was fed. We gave you a 40-minute dose of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, my father, breaking down the science of business, money, warfare, and also banking. He broke it down to you strategically and comprehensively so you can understand. So let us get started in a proper manner, and we will not be too much longer than that, but I got a few articles that we want to go over, and I want to prove more of our point that Fard Money Network, we are the future of money, banking, and business. Why? Because we are doing what the Messiah asked us to do, and we are going after who they want us to go after, right? Who they want to be, who we want to expose. We ain't talking about these politicians. They don't control nothing. We after the international bankers, and we're going to get into this, and I'm going to try my best not to get overexcited, right? But we got to get into this. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, who appeared in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, the great Mahdi, the Son of Man, who came 9,000 miles and found a black-born man from Georgia by the name of Elijah Poole. Then he stood him up and gave him a holy name and put the supreme wisdom in him because he had a heart like his. And he stood up in America for 44 years and he preached the doom of America while raising black people up out of the grave of mental death, spiritual death, economic death, social death, political death in the same time. So who was that man? That's none other than the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, the most mistaken black man that ever been on our planet, and he is the most powerful black man to ever walk our planet outside of God, Master Fard Muhammad himself. So we wouldn't be talking about those two if it wasn't for the man of the hour, the man that you just heard 40 minutes of. Did that sound like a man trying to get you in a religion? Did that sound like a man trying to convert you to Islam? Did that sound like a hater, a bigot? Did that sound like somebody anti-Semitism, or somebody hating on another race because of what they doing? Did it sound like that? Or did it sound like blunt, hard truth? And if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be talking about these two. We wouldn't have a message to the black man, fall of America, how to eat to live. We wouldn't even have a nation of Islam in the West right now as we speak if it wasn't for the faith and the fortitude and the love and the steadfastness of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. So we in Fard Money, we're going to keep it Messiah because he is the Messiah on the scene today. He is the Son of Man on the scene today that you read about in the book of Ezekiel and other books in your Bible. He is that man. He is the Muhammad of your Quran. Right? And he is scientifically God manifests right now among us. Yeah, that's him. That's the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Make no mistake about it. But nevertheless, we are here because of the words that he spoke into me that I got in a federal prison. That's where he got me out of that grave. We talking about the lowest of the lowest. We not talking about in the belly of the beast. We talking about I was in the bowels of the beast. And he pulled me out of the bowels of the beast. That far in the grave. So we are me, us. You never say nothing bad about the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, Elijah Muhammad, Master Fard Muhammad, unless you looking for a fight. And we always, I'm a Muslim. So we fight with those who fight with us in the manner that they fight with us. All right? So just understand that, right? So we meet you, because we know you can't deal with us with the truth. You can't deal with us scripturally. You can't deal with us out of the Bible, the Holy Quran. I'm talking to anybody who the shoe fit. And can't nobody deal with us in Forward Money Network when it comes to money, banking, and business. Ain't nobody on our level. Why? Because we are following exactly what the Messiah told us to do. And that's why I broke out this book. And I'm going to keep this book in your face, because this is the time. You must know the history. You must know who you about to replace. So I'm going to read off the back of this book a quote from Prophet Muhammad, who the Holy Quran, the Muslim book of scripture, was revealed to. It's a quote from him. And he said, one learned man is harder on the devil than 1,000 ignorant worshipers. It's Prophet Muhammad. May the peace of Allah, may the peace and the blessings of Allah be upon him. One learned man is hard on the devil than 1,000 ignorant worshipers. So you can pray all you want. You can flip the Bible up and side it down all you want. Flip the Quran upside down and know it all you want. But if you don't know Satan, if you don't know who the international bankers is, if you don't know the House of Rothschild, if you don't understand what they doing and understand that we got to separate out of that, you just an ignorant worshiper. Sorry to tell you that. And it don't matter what religion you come out of, what denomination you come out of, what you claim to be, how conscious you think you are. If you're not telling our people and all people that they need to exit out of the dollar debt system, like this warfare that's going on is not also spiritual. I mean, it's not also economically. See, we're getting too damn spiritual. See, when you want to get spiritual, you get soft, right? But this ain't the time to get soft today. This is the time to get strong. Why? Because we taking power. Because Allah's on the scene. He took it and he giving it to us. So all we got to do is step into the role, step into the position. The man got no power no more. His power is over. It's over. It is done. Finished. He's done. And if you can't see, then let us put some spit on your eyes for you can see. And that's what we're striving to do right now. So if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, Forward Money Network, please do so. If you on IG, Instagram, follow us on Instagram, Forward Money Network. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Facebook. And you can send me a friend request to my personal page, Forward Mahdi. And if you want to support the only international black newspaper on the planet, text FCN to that number running at the bottom of the screen. And if you want to donate to Muhammad's economic blueprint, you want to donate to our farmland, you want to donate to that, then you go to www.economicblueprint.org. And if you want to get involved in Forward Money Network, you want to be a new millennium banker, because we going after not 100, we put a 10x. We put 100x to what the minister asked for. Not 10. We put 100x on it. He asked for 100 millionaires. Well, we going after 10,000. And we going after 10,000 decentralized millionaires. Well, we dealing in crypto, right? Yeah. We dealing in gold. Yeah. That's what we going after. But listen, if you want to know more about that, and you want to hear and join Project Exodus 10,000 and be one of those 10,000 and help us get to the 10,000, because we got a network and we have a system for you. And our system is so unique and so sweet that we got people in our network making money and they don't even know they are. I'm gonna say that again. That's why you listen. You can't bring a 100-foot pole to come to the shoe top of what we doing with Far Money Network. Period. Care what you bring. Care who you bring. You can't. We have no competition. The only competition that we have is we got to beat back the fear that you have about the misunderstanding, not just fear, but the misunderstanding and the lack of comprehension about blockchain banking, about cryptocurrency, and about money in general. Because the average one of us that we talk, the average person we talk to knows very little about money. Very little about money. How it works. Know nothing about it for real. Ain't even concerned about that. But we gonna make you concerned. So you text NMB to that same number and you're gonna get a link so you can be at our Project Exodus event. Project Exodus 10,000 event. Make sure you get this number. This book, The Secret Relationship Between Blacks and Jews, Volume 2. You're gonna be able to get this book from us in a minute. How Jews Gain Control of the Black American Economy. Then we got a sub book to that book. How White Folks Got So Rich, The Untold Story of American White Supremacy. And we're going to break out, inshallah, this month, we're going to get into the national agenda. And we're talking about public policies issues, analysts, and programming plan of action. The minister, along with some other black people, along with some other leaders and organizations, we put together a national agenda that nobody's talking about, but we finna bring this back to the forefront. Because now it's time for us to think systematically. It's time for us to get in position. And if you don't want to do that, then just keep doing what you're doing. But don't you take no shots. Don't you get over no corner and get the shooting off. All right? Because we will find you. Because you got some zealots among us that don't play about the liberation of our people. So let's get into it, man. Let's look at the United States debt clock, man. This business is warfare. $30 trillion, $30.3 trillion in national debt. That's America. This is a bubble. This thing is finna fall. And this war going on with Russia and Ukraine is about to speed the dollar fall up. Okay? The total debt of America, $86.7 trillion. This is a debt clock that they show you. You can go to the Google. You can go to Google and look at this yourself all day, every day. They got it right in your face because they know you don't know nothing about it. They know your mind ain't on it because they got you chasing cash. They got you chasing a fake bag. They got your time tied up in trying to make a dollar where they making money in our sleep. And that's what we're showing you. We making money in our sleep. I'm getting paid all day, every day. But I'm getting paid in digital assets. Big difference. Totally big difference, right? Don't worry about it. You looking at the new rulers. This is us. We the replacements. Yeah, this is us. Because I'm with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and these two bag him up, so they bag me up. They bag us up. That's why we called it Far Money Network, because we knew when we put it together, won't nothing gonna be able to touch us. Far money. Yeah. Obligatory money. That's what we're bringing to you. And if you don't survive, if you don't get your hands on some assets, digital and physical, you will not survive the economic collapse that's about to take place. And that's going to take down the whole monetary system. The world monetary system is about to go down. So that's America debt clock, right? So now let's go take a look at gold. Now, gold acquisition got us started with Far Money Network. Now, we have advanced. We still love gold. We ain't been talking about it as much, but on our Future Money show, we always show you the price of gold. Now, gold is money. Now, you can listen to whoever you want to listen to. They don't have the insight that we have. We bring it to your insight from the divine supreme being, Master Fard Muhammad, who taught the most honorable Elijah Muhammad this science. These two say gold gonna be the new medium of exchange in the future. Gold has never been the medium of exchange, if you properly understand. See, I studied it, I researched it, and I understand now. Gold ain't never. That's why he said new. He didn't say again. Gold has never been the medium of it. Not gold. Not gold. Back in Egypt, when they had gold and silver, you could that wasn't an established universal currency. That was over there where you could have bought someone gold or silver. That wasn't worldwide. America wasn't even established back then. But you got to understand, the Muslim Muhammad, he don't use idle words. So if he said new medium of exchange, it's a scientific reason, a mathematical reason why he said that. But we have to uncover it though, because he's a scientist. So he talks in formula, and we have to break it down, every word he says. Now you look at gold. I think this is still a shade about $15 under gold, about $20 under gold, all-time high. It's all-time high, to my understanding, is $2,075. The gold is back up there. When we started Far Money Network, gold was $1,240 an ounce. All right? Gold is money. Don't worry about this. This is still a low number to what it's supposed to be, but it's going to shoot back up. All right? It's going to shoot back up. Now, the reason why you haven't seen it shoot back up, because you got these crooks on the scene, and they manipulate the market. They know how to keep the price down. They know how to do all of that, because they meet on it to set the price every day. The International Bank, y'all ain't know they did it. Yeah, they meet every day in London. They've been doing it by Zoom now, so they meet to share to dictate what the price of gold gonna be every day. They do it every day, except the weekend. That's why gold closed over the weekend. Y'all ain't know that? Man, we gonna give you this science now. That's why gold, you ain't gotta worry about it. Gold's supposed to be at $10,000, $15,000 an ounce right now. But they know how to sit down on the price. Now here's the Federal Reserve. Here's their system. Here's the structure of their system. See, you don't want to get involved. You always tell me you don't want to get involved in the pyramid. You work for a pyramid every time you go to work. Every time you pay taxes, you paying a pyramid. Every time if you're a real estate agent, you work for them. They got the mortgages. They got the debt. You paying them. I'm just telling you, so you can miss us with all that. You don't want to get in the pyramid. You in the pyramid. I don't care if you work a job. I don't care if you're an entrepreneur, right? I don't care what field of endeavor you in inside America. If you're doing anything traditionally, you work for a pyramid, period, right? Small business owner, entrepreneur, big business owner, it don't matter. It don't matter. It's just dealing with level of business you is, they will cut you in on some taxes, give you some tax breaks, right? But all this is a scam, and they run it. This is a pyramid. And the Jews sit at the top of this. This is the synagogue of Satan, like my brother, Jahad Muhammad, just said. This is the synagogue of Satan, right here in your face. This is it. Federal Reserve. That comes from the mouth of the Messiah. That's what he said. So you can argue with me all you want. You ain't arguing with me because I ain't come up with it. I ain't figured it out. Right? I ain't figured it out. That's the Federal Reserve. Then what's going on in the world? Look what's happening. This is why these crooks and these tyrants have to be set down. Listen at this. This is why you need crypto. And this is why Russia is looking at crypto, and they are moving their funds into crypto. Russia's $132 billion in gold reserves could face United States sanctions as new legislation seeks to choke off potential lifeline. See that? Y'all see what's going on? Yeah, and you think wars always fought physical. Man, please. This man been waging a financial war on us since we've been in America. Right? You think when they let us off the plantation that war was over with? No. They ain't gave us no 40 acres and no mule. And to be quite frank, the land that they was talking about they was going to give us, they gave it to the Jews. You didn't know that though. And another reason why we love gold, because in our scripture, the Holy Quran, chapter 43, which is a 7 and a 12, which adds up to 19, which has 25 sections in it. No, which is part 25, which is, hold on, let me break down the science. Let me go to it. The chapter of this book, this is why it's so significant, though. But I'm telling you, I'm giving y'all insight, so you can listen to who you want to listen to. Gold is going to reign king. Gold would be the new medium of exchange. Make no mistake about it. Now, is some cryptocurrencies going to be around blockchain technology? Well, of course. I'm not saying that. But when the dollar falls, what is everything going to be priced to? That's what you got to think about. It's going to be priced to gold. That's what's going to make gold the new medium of exchange, because everything else got to be value to it. Got to be priced to it, rather. All right, so chapter 43 in the Holy Quran is titled Gold. This is part 25, that's a 7. 43, 4 and a 3 is a 7. I'm going to break down some mathematical, theological terms for you, right? Because, see, in the nation, we understand that mathematics is Islam and Islam is mathematics. So I'm going to give you some mathematics about this code in here that gold falls under. All right. So chapter 43, that's a 7. And it's also a 12. 4 plus 3 is 7. And 4 times 3 is 12. 12 plus 7 is 19. 19 is Allah's number. Okay. That's his specific number, one of them. But one of the major hidden mysterious numbers that he had was 19. Okay. Then it's gold. The letter G in the English alphabet is letter 7. Okay. Then you got part 25. There's another 7. Okay. It has 7 sections. It has 7 sections. Right? So that's how many 25s is that? And then you can look at it 25 and 7. And I can break up that 7 and make it another 25. 25 is also Allah's number because that equals 7. And he is that 25th scientist that sits on the throne in your Bible, in the book of Revelation. Go read it for yourself. That's Master Father Muhammad. He busting up the council, not in a negative way. It's just that their time has passed. But he comes and takes power. That's why you find 24 seats, 24 thrones, 24 elders sitting around the throne, and you got a throne in the middle with a man that looked like the Ancient of Days sitting in the middle. And they worshiping the one who sits in the middle. And he got a book in his hand. And nobody could get the book. The scientists who attend the throne couldn't even get the book. And then here comes a 26th person. Here comes a 26th man, right? That comes on the scene. And he takes the book. He's called a lamb. And look how he been slayed from the earth. And he take the book out of the one that sits on the throne. That's 26. Right? The 25, the 24 are the one who wrote Holy Quran and Bible. But it's 10,000 more years to this cycle. That 25th God or the 25th scientist who's to rule forever, he has it. But who the God is for the next 10,000 years coming to? See, the enemy can't get that. He can't get that with power. So who that book coming to? That book coming to me and you, family. And who is going to come through? Well, it's going to come through the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. It was taught to the Most Honorable Muhammad on the wheel. We just break it down some science here, family. So gold is very dear to us if you understand coding. All right. Now, why Fard Money Network? Why are we the future of money, banking, and business? Well, it's the way we make money, what our money is, how we make it, the multiple different streams that we make it in, the multiple currencies that we make it in. Some of us don't even make dollars. Like my wife, she ain't made a dollar in almost going on 2 years, right? She only gets paid in this new money, this new currency, all right? Then banking, well, bankers get interest on their money. Bankers get paid from fees. Bankers get paid from people using ATMs and swiping cards. Well, we do that too. right? We do that too. Bankers get used just from everything, the movement of money, the movement of currency. They get paid. We get paid like that too, right now, right? And then business. Well, when you're dealing with business, you got to be internationally. It got to be a network. How many people can get rich in your network? Some of y'all talking about starting a business, and the end goal of you getting your business and being successful with it, you ain't gonna even be rich. You're thinking way too small. This is the day in the time to think as big as possible, because the wealth transfer is taking place right now. So anything that you want righteously, you can get it. You can get it. So if you don't, you need to read more books. You need to watch more motivational videos or something. If you ain't thinking about becoming a billionaire in this time period, yeah, billionaire. Hell, the rulers that rule now, they trillionaires. Think over that. So this is the time where you can get anything that you want. So when it comes to Forward Money Network, we offer you everything, right? We offer you money, multiple different ways to get paid in it, all in one system. All in one system. We offering you banking. We offering you interest on your money. That's banking. We offering you interest on your money. And we are recession proof, inflation proof, right? And then business. You talking about all of this is a big buffet where it's up to you how much you eat. That's the business side of it. What you want to make? You want to make $1 million a day? Well, you can. You want to be a billionaire in the next 3 to 5 years? Well, you can. Got to get to work. Got to hit the ground running. And what all you doing is word of mouth marketing. What can top that? You don't have to leave your home. You can go anywhere on the planet. As long as you can connect to Wi-Fi, you can run your business. And you can build brands on it. We have jumped into this industry, jumped in these systems, and pulling out of these systems what we can pull out of these systems for our stability. And we done created 2 brands, Forward Money Network and New Millennium Bankers. Yeah, that's what we rep. And of course, we rep Gold Standard Bank, because Gold Standard Bank is the system. I ain't repping no other system. Some of y'all rep the NFL system, the NBA system, and they don't pay you nothing. Huh? Yeah, we get paid for what we rep. That's why you see my post, what it's about. The Nation of Islam, Forward Money Network, New Millennium Bankers, Gold Standard Bank. You don't see nothing about nothing else. Why? I ain't letting nobody get paid off of me, my freelance marketing. Hell, Mark Zuckerberg already getting paid off me because I made a Facebook account. So at least I got to use that to my financial benefit now, because I understand the game. I need to delete that account. I need to get off Facebook. I need to get off Instagram, YouTube, Google. I need to get off all that stuff. And all of those owners and CEOs are billionaires. Billion with a B, all of them. Founder of Google, billionaire. Mark Zuckerberg, CEO and head of Facebook, billionaire. Right? They all billionaires. Now he owns Instagram, WhatsApp. The owner of YouTube, billionaire. They even say the owner of Clubhouse, a billionaire. In that short span of time. The founders of Cash App. See what I'm saying? But we ain't got $1 billion on our mind. We ain't got that type of capital, that type of, man, them type of riches on our mind. Now the Forward Money Network, you in the wrong place. You thinking small and Forward Money, the Forward Money Network ain't even for you. You might go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? You might go somewhere. I don't care if you do like it. Right? If you ain't thinking at least minimum $1 million a year from your phone, right? And that's the minimum. That's the low number. Hey, I'm thinking billionaire status in the next 3 years. That's me. And we got some team members. I know they thinking 8 figures, 9 figures. But in crypto, though, something that can go through time. Because I asked the question today, yeah, I love gold. Would I rather have $1 billion in cash, $1 billion in crypto, or $1 billion worth of gold? Give me $1 billion in crypto. Why? Because I'll take some of that crypto, liquidate it in the cash when I need it, right? And I'll be able to move around the planet like I want to without having to worry about where my stuff at. Protecting it. That's the power of crypto. And I can move some of that and get gold when I want to. I just need just need a couple of kilos of gold and just put that to the side. $1 billion. I can throw 10 million in gold and be Gucci. $1 million in gold and good. You know what I'm talking about? $1 billion in cash, where you gonna go? You can't go outside the city. Where you gonna go? Because even if you got it somewhere that you think is secure, once you go out of town, your mind gonna be always on it. Damn, I gotta get back. But when you with crypto, it's with you. Man, we gotta understand it's that new money, man. This is the new technology. Everything on the scene right now is coming out of the mind of this man right here. This is his mind. We living in his mind now. Yaku's mind is finished. We're in his mind now. This is the new millennium. That's also what that 7 means and that 25 represents. This is a new millennium. This is not the God of the 6. This is the God of the 7, the perfect God. And he put this perfection and he put the power in this man's mind and gave it to him, an ex-slave that grew up in Georgia. So you look at these two men real good. And that's why when you see and you hear the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, you ain't never heard a black man preach like that. You ain't never heard a black man bring an organization that the government of the United States destroyed and brought it back to its original glory. You ain't never seen that. So who backs Minister Farrakhan? What's his source of power? Huh? What's his source of power? Well, you got his own people, a group of Negroes, they love him, they support him, then some, they say they with him, but they really not. Then you got some that just outright hate because they just find a reason to hate another brother that died for them every day, that been on the front line of this revolution before they was thought of. That let you know that's Jesus. That lets you know that. Minister Farrakhan, the Nation of Islam, is the only group, and that's the only man that it's controversy around. See, we always find black people, well, I support the nation, I like the nation, but I don't like it. Nobody asked you. You ain't our equal to agree with us. What the hell is you? Talking about what you don't agree with. You don't supposed to agree with the minister about everything because you can't comprehend everything that he comprehended. This man represents God in person. This man represents force and power. This man represents the original black man resurrected. So you ain't never dealt with a black man on an elevated state. You've been dealing with niggas and Negroes, gangbangers, drug dealers, low lives, weak thinking brothers. That's what you've been dealing with. You ain't dealt with a black man that's secure in his own skin. Who don't care about what you say? You ain't dealt with that. You don't know what God in person look like, what the elevated man look, what the original man really looked like. You don't know. You don't know. We know you don't know. Because some of y'all so-called supposed to be conscious, you ain't gave up the enemy name yet. You still walking around as Johnson, Jackson, Washington, Jones, You ain't gave the man his name back yet. You don't even know the power in the name, Harris. Yeah, you conscious. So you don't want to get rid of that? Go get your Swahili name. Go get you something. Hebrew, Arabic, go get you something that come from the original family. Because that don't. That show you still mentally dead. Get out of it. All right? So don't come at us. You feel me? I gave the enemy his name, man. I don't got no slave name no more. That was his name. That's why we call them slave names. My parents ain't had nothing to do with that. And my father got our family tree. And I'm a descendant of slaves out of Alabama, in Oklahoma. I'm a descendant of slaves out of Alabama, in Oklahoma. My father got the tree that traces back to how my granddaddy parents met and gave birth to my granddad and my father. You feel me? Y'all understand this? Now, with that being said, family, this is just Far Money Network, man. I ain't want to get turned up like that, but after listening to 40 minutes of the Messiah, I can't help but get turned up. Right? But I apologize. I'm not hollering at you. We trying to bring you in. That scare you, that's too much, that truth too hard for you, then this ain't just for you. It ain't for you. Just switch on off the screen. You ain't got to say nothing. Just let us know you ain't with this warfare, because it's wartime. We can't sugarcoat this. We can't water this down because you don't want to fight, because you scared. You scared of some people you don't even know nothing about. You don't even know who run the government. You think it's Joe Biden. Joe Biden is a damn puppet. He does a mouthpiece. He ain't in control. That seat called the president's seat at the White House, it got electrical shocks in it. That's what's behind that seat. And anytime they move and want to do something on their own, they shock them. They shock them. Yeah, stay in place, Biden. Joe, do what we tell you to do. Be a good boy. Right? I'm just telling you, man. These people, these Zionists, have so much power. But their time and their power is up now. The God that come to destroy them, that saw himself destroying them when he was 6 years old in 1883. At the age of 6, he saw himself destroying these international bankers. And I just feel like I was born to help him, destroy them. And I went through a whole furnace of affliction to get to this point. And still getting afflicted every day. Right? Getting hated on, getting resented. All of this stuff here. Go on every day. Does it stop me? No. Why? Because I'm committed to this warfare. I'm committed to destroying Satan in his world. And anybody get involved, anybody get in the way. Anybody. Don't get in the way. Because they said that the one that comes has a double-edged sword. That's the truth. Double-edged. And it's dripping with blood. This would have tell you Jesus was coming back. This return, he's going to be at the head of 10,000. So we getting those 10,000 prepared for Jesus' return when he comes back. Yeah. He ain't coming back to preach, family. It's over with. He come back to preach. Matter of fact, preaching almost over with. We almost at the end of preaching. It's all but over. Yeah. Make no mistake about it, family. This that time. This that warfare time. This the big, great showdown that the Most Honorable Muhammad was telling us about. This that showdown, family. Who gonna rule? Who gonna rule the planet? Is the white man gonna continue to rule? Or is the black man gonna step up and be the new righteous rulers? Right? And not be tyrants. And some of us are tried right now. We put in positions of leadership and we just misuse everybody. You feel me? And this is what we looking for, family. This is what we after. This is what we about. This is Forward Money Network, New Millennium Bankers. We have no fear. We are fearless networkers, fearless bankers, fearless cryptocurrency acquirers, gold. We fearless. They ain't gonna die anyway. Think my children, you think I'm way around here playing? My children work for nobody? No. Why? Because the majority of this stuff, what we doing, they gonna see it. They gonna inherit it. Somebody had to make the sacrifice, but they gonna have a gold plaque of me at the family estate. In every estate that we gonna have. They're gonna say that's the one that got it started right there. Brother Forward Mahdi, Supreme X. He started it. He sacrificed it. Put everything on the line. And you don't know the trial and the struggles that we go through being entrepreneurs. Not getting no support from our own. Having to go outside and connect with people we don't know. You don't know that. You don't know where it's an everyday thing where you have to make it happen to eat. See, some of y'all can't live like that, and I've seen it. I've seen many brothers younger than me try to go full-time entrepreneurs, and they don't last 3 months. Why? For one reason, they won't listen to the guidance that some been through the trial, that been through the trial and error, try to tell them what they need to do to have a successful run at it. Right? Yeah, they won't listen. So they get off the job, a month or two later, 3 months later, they back looking for another job with a banking system at their disposal. And then when they get the job, they stop the banking system. See that? They stop networking. Your job pay for your expenses. Build your business. Your business will supersede your job in a short span of time as long as you commit to it. And you never know what it might happen. It might take you 4 months to get the financial freedom from your business. And you stop at 3 months. Might take you 6 months. You stop at 5. Might take you a year. You stop at 9 months. For everybody, it's different. The journey is different. Why? Because we got resources, influence, all that's different. Who you know, I don't know. The level of people you know that you might contact and invite off the top might be already straight. Well, they ain't tripping about no $100. And I gotta get started. We see what I'm saying? We dealing with people, they go to work every day, can't start the business with $100. I make $100 on a day, a bad day, with the final call. And they go to work every day, 8 hours, 10 hours a day, right? And when we tell them the price, they talking about they gotta wait 2-3 weeks. Man, you in some bad shape, right? You're in some bad shape. Person that go to work every day, they shouldn't come into this business with nothing less than $3,000. Ready, day one, sign up. I got 3 racks right now. Been waiting on something like this. So you can't even get in position strong enough. Got to get out of that mentality. See, this is why Forward Money Network, see, we're going to give you the hard blunt. We're going to show you how to be an entrepreneur because it started up here. But it also started with you knowing the difference between money and currency. And it is a difference. And it is a difference. And I'd be amazed at the people that our people think got a financial literacy. They really giving them a financial literacy. I am amazed at it. That's why we going so hard. We ain't challenging none of them. Let all them do. We letting them do what they do. That's why we ain't calling their name. They are brothers. They are sisters. Let them do what they do. But we going to sign along and let it be known that, hey, listen, you want a real financial education? Come join and listen to Forward Money Network. Yeah, because we don't just give it to you. We give it to you. We give you that for free. And we give you the network to work out your financial freedom in. You go over there, they ain't even got the network for you to get in to work out the financial freedom. They're going to sell you a course. Then you got to go and apply what you learned in the course. That's cool, because education is very vital, especially right now. So they teach you how to make money. They should get paid for that. But what should we be paid by giving it to you for free? And all we ask you is just come join us and let us help reach more people. Because we in Far Money Network alone, just like the Nation of Islam, we about saving lives, making money, getting rich, and connecting or establishing networks and systems and institutions. But we need a lot of capital to get institutions. See, we ain't doing it backwards. See, too many of us, we want to do it backwards. See, we got to get the capital first. Then we can start establishing more homegrown, more than brick type of businesses. See, you want to start there first, you ain't even rich. So your business going to fail. Let's get the capital. And then in this day and time, why we even want the more than brick? Think about it. If I own up a more than brick business, and I just might one day, I'd never work in it. The people that work there they would probably know it's me because I might come through there and they might just tell them they're the owner. But I'd never sweep the floor. I'd never close it. I'd never even open the building. Why? Because it's somebody else can get that. That's what bosses do. See, I'm a boss. I don't do no labor work. It's over with. I don't even fix on cars. See, I don't fix on my own car. I'm paying somebody to change the brakes, right? Paying somebody to fix the AC. Paying somebody to wash the car. All that. Why? Because that's what they want to do. That ain't for me. I got to look like this. What I look like washing the car in the suit. You know what I'm saying? What I look like? The business suit. What I look like? Huh? Working under the hood of the car. Up under the car in a suit. That wouldn't look proper, right? That'll look strange, wouldn't it? Yeah, I know it would. Why you think he put us in these suits? Ain't they in suits? Every time you see the minister, ain't he in a suit? You might have called him in a walking suit before, a linen suit. But for most time, he in a straight tie, bow tie, right? Why? We the businessmen of the new world. This is why we in the suits. Why we in the bow ties. Why we wear bow ties a lot in the nation. Well, because we are servants. We are serving the community. And we're serving what's on our platter, on our menu is the absolute truth that will wake you up within the blink of an eye. That's what we about. That's why you see us in bow ties. All right? So, with that being said, family, man, thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to text FCN to get you a 12-week subscription of the Final Call. Family, text NMB so you can get inside of this blockchain banking network that we have, and you can experience all of this. This is just really a sample that we're giving you. We have so much. You can go to YouTube, our YouTube channel, and watch it. And don't think that we listen to people. I listen to Robert Kiyosaki. Yeah, I listen to a lot of people that's entrepreneurs that know about money and currency. Yeah, but we focus on that. Right? Why? Because this is the time frame. This is what we're replacing. So I need to know about banking, how this stuff works. Right? A lot of people don't know. You think it's your credit score the most important thing when you go to a bank. It ain't your credit score. It's your bank statement. That's your report card. It's your bank statement. And if you got only earned income, you ain't got to worry about getting that loan you want. That's another reason why they deny us. Hell, our bank statement ugly. You go there with a bank statement, you talking about you want a loan for a $500,000 home, they look at your bank statement. You ain't got no passive income, no portfolio income. You only got earned income, and you pulling in $30,000 after taxes. And you asking for them to bless you with some $500,000. If they do it, they know you ain't gonna pay it. You're gonna default on it in a couple years, and they'll get it back. Man, it's all a scam, man. Hey, look, that's why you gotta get the books. That's why you gotta get the books, because it's all in here. How they do that and why they do that. You thought it was you because you got a good credit score. No, they knew that you was not gonna maintain that. They doing the law average. They doing the law average. They know out of 100 people, only 2 people that got only earned income might live long enough to pay that off without that has a real stable job. They know that. They know the other 98, they're gonna lose the job. They're gonna end up dying. They ain't paid it all. Something gonna happen. They're gonna get fired on the job. They're gonna get hurt on the job, and they're gonna come back, get the home back. Property taxes, they add interest on the property taxes every year, and you stop paying it, so they're gonna come back and get it back. It's all a game, man. It's all a scam. That's why you gotta get the book. Because we've been uncovered and showed it to you. That's why right now I won't mortgage a home right now. The Jews get, for the price of one home in America, after you do the mortgage, they done got 3. For every one home they sell, they get the equivalent of cash interest on it that's worth 3 homes. Imagine that. Picture that. Don't get scammed. Get out of the scam. Play the game. Get rich and buy something outright. You ain't got to worry about all that. With that being said, fam, thank y'all for tuning in. Right, this Far Money Network, man. We on a high. We on a high, family. So, with that being said, family, we will see everybody on the next. We will see you in the morning. We will see you in the morning. Let's go. Let's go. But we will end with words from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. See y'all in the morning, 10 o'clock, Crypto Mornings. Let's go.
The results would be luxury. And I notice in the problem book that luxury is stated first. Luxury. Well, you can drive a Ford if you want. They have lovely Fords, lovely Chevrolets, lovely Volkswagens. But the luxury cars, that's the one that the Savior wanted you to have. Now, you can live in a nice apartment and improve it and get nice carpet on the floors, nice furniture. But that's not what Master Farad Muhammad wanted for you. He wanted you in a good home. And you can't have a good home without money. And then when they come to class, yes, we must drill. Yes, we must learn our lessons. Yes, we must cook and sew and learn how to clean and learn how to be good MGT. But there must be time in each class dedicated how to sell. Because if each of us becomes a champion salesperson, then our pockets will have money. And then we can buy luxuries, good homes, friendships in all walk of life. Now, I don't want you to think that our aim is luxury and money. Our aim is the kingdom of God. But Allah says in the Bible, seek ye first the kingdom of God and its righteousness, and all things will be added unto you. Luxury is a thing, money is a thing, good home is a thing. But the thing that we must do first is to bring ourselves in line with the divine orders of God. And the more we strive to be right, to be good, to live up to the law, the greater the chance for us to be successful in following the commands of God, that we must do something for ourselves. I would like to see at least 100 millionaires among the Muslims in Chicago. If you rich, I'm rich. And I can always come and tell you about the needs of a nation. But if you poor and we poor, we can't be around here poor. I want to see rich Muslims.